Hello everybody, my name is Florian. Let me quickly open my PowerPoint so we get started. The difference between static and non-static variables. We both know that in Java there are two types of variables. You have the static class variable and the non-static or instance variable. Now let's go down and see the difference between the two. For the static variable, memory for static variable is created only once at the time of loading of a class. Okay. And for the non-static, the memory for non-static is created at the time uh, is created with an object of class. And this variable should not be static keyword. Okay. For the static variable, the word static comes before the name. Okay, so let's go down to see the difference. So for the non-static, the variable should not be preceded by any static keyword as we stated earlier. So for an example, for the class A, you just have the data type and the variable. And for the static variable, these variables are preceded by the word static or the static keyword. So in the example for the variable, the class A, static int B. So the word static, the data type, and a semicolon. So let's go to the next one. Now, memory is allocated for these variables whenever an object is created. That's for the non-static. Memory is allocated. And for the static, memory is allocated for the variables at the time of loading of the class. Okay? And memory is allocated multiple times whenever a new object is created. For the static, memory is allocated for these variables only once in the program. Okay? For the non-static, it was. For the static, it's only once. For the non-static, variables also known as instance variable. That's another name for the non-static variable. This is because memory is allocated whenever an instance is created. Now for the static, uh, because memory is allocated at the time the class is being loaded and is done once, it is known as a class variable. For non-static variables are specific, okay, they're specific to one. As for the static variables, they are common for every object. That means their memory location can be shareable by every object reference. So for an example, non-static variable can access with object reference, while the static variable can access with class reference. So that's another difference between them. Okay, so let's quickly go into my Java, my NetBeans, and let's take some examples of these two variables. Okay, so let's quickly open the move view. So we have our move view here. Okay, it's taking a bit longer than I expected. Okay, so here we are. So for this um, function, for this function, we have these variables being static variables. When we go to the calculator control, we also have a non-static variable there. So let's quickly open it. Go down. So this is an example of a non-static variable. So Uh, okay, so now let's deal with static variables since we are done with uh, as stated here earlier, just a minute. As stated here earlier, for the static, the keyword static has to be in front of the data type and the variable. So going to NetBeans, as we can see here, for the variable player, we have the keyword static, okay? And for the variable monster, we have the keyword static. So these are static. Quickly go to the map control to uh, see a bit of arrays. Now, as we studied earlier, we learned that an array is used when the length of the list is fixed. All items in the list must be of the same data type. Okay, so the data type can't be different. Okay, and we want to vary or change the items in the list. We don't want to use the same item. So let's quickly go to the map control to illustrate more about arrays. Okay. So in line,
So we start tomorrow.
right.
Yeah, you get the number now.
Oh, you can come back. You can come back. Okay. You can still come back here when it is okay. Okay.